Hello, hello, hello. This is The Duke on Not Your Average Joe podcast. One out of three hosts coming to you with an exclusive reaction slash commentary on two of our favorite platform on YouTube. Unfortunately, they're beefing. And so I thought, yeah, why not make a commentary on this and actually react to the videos. And then later on in the week, me and my co-host will discuss this and kind of figure out what's going on and which side we take. And for example, I've already decided after watching from a series of videos where this is stemmed, you kind of see the point when it comes to both sides. But the issue is who threw the first stone and why. And the thing is, the bigger platform, Abba and Abba and Preach, have technically been around for a lot longer. They have garnered a bigger following, so it's easier for people to say, "Oh, the majority wins." So people who side with them more are more likely to be accepting of their views than a Fresh and Fit, who are more controversial, who have just been around under a year and have come across a few scandals here and there, but at the end of the day, who had the point of view that was more clear? That's what we're going to cover today, and it all came out of the blue. To be honest, we didn't really think it was necessary. I didn't think it was necessary, but it really revealed a lot about how things were delivered on both sides. And to be honest, Abby and Preach kind of crossed the line when it came to, code of conduct, who you collab with, and then decide to kind of stab in the back. They were prepared for this. If you really pay attention to how they were interviewed a few months ago and how they kind of addressed this topic, they make it seem as if, oh no, we're just critiquing, we critique everyone. But the way you kind of delivered it was that we don't respect these people. You call one of them a liar, or you call one of them a hypocrite, they can't defend themselves if it's just this one commentary on your video, when you can easily have that conversation with them again. You could have arranged a debate with them. You could have prepared them that, hey, this is how we're going to address this conversation. Let's hope we could have a good, healthy discourse like they normally do, but they chose not to. And I've kind of understood how they've been creating content today. They critique and kind of snub other content creators. And it comes down to this, man. Is that a good thing to do? Who knows? So we will, I'm going to react to each video. There's about 4 or 5 videos. I kept them short and then just kind of give my point of view. I'm a big follower of both when it comes to the type of content I listen to on YouTube. It's pretty decent on both sides. And before I follow a content creator, I really do look into them. There are a lot of videos exposing one side or another because there's a lot of clout chasers out there. And so you might get the wrong information. Or just by the fact, the first impression they give us. And people dislike Fresh and Fit a lot, and when you ask for the reasons, it's not very clear. It's just based on how they deliver things. Just as how many other content creators are disliked. People dislike Kevin because of his delivery, never because of his message. So it really comes down to how we should sort of take on opinions. People aren't thinking coherently on why they have to dislike a content creator. You just do, and that's your choice. That's fine. But then when you are another content creator and you have a certain type of viewpoint, and then if you dislike a platform, you don't respect them. Essentially, you still choose to enter their space, take on collaborations with them, and just hope that nothing would come out of it. I think they would have been less offended if you didn't even collaborate with them in the first place. It's okay to disagree with another platform because of their views, but don't go on their platform, pretend like you respect them, and then talk bad about them weeks, months later. And they kind of did that with Kevin Samuels as well in the beginning. They had an interview with him. Now I'm not sure if they actually respect the guy or not. I mean, you don't have to, but stop collabing with people you don't like. Period. No one forced you guys to. But then it makes sense when they bring up Clout, why they brought up that. Are they clout chasing? I'm convinced they Abba and Preach are clout chasing. Of course, they have a larger subscriber base. But when you look at the data and statistics, it's very clear that Fresh and Fit are making a lot more money within the 1 year they've been around. So it's pretty much clear that there is some envy going on, but we'll just go over it. I mean, I'll break it down a little more. Some people just have to rewatch a video to figure it out. Once I watch one video of an argument, I really understand who's at the wrong. And so far, from this one, let's react to this anyway. This is the first video of Abba and Preach, basically discussing and critiquing what they spoke about when they went on their platform. But you can have that. You can critique others. So fair use. Let's just listen to what they have to say.
So there's a discussion surrounding working women, girls who work in the bedroom professionally. And they were saying why they didn't want it to be legalized. And so they asked me and Preacher's thoughts. And this is what happened.
Picture this though, right? We're dealing with these girls behind the scenes in person, right? How they look at these guys that are paying is different from what they're telling you in person, because they look at you as, okay, he's paying a need that I have, but I don't respect him. And for me, I don't want a bitch's pussy. I want her soul.
You ain't getting nobody's soul. The f you think you are, Ghostbusters?
This man said her soul. Look at your face right now. You're looking at the camera like, what is he talking about? I don't know where the whole souls comment came from.
I was like, this. You want a soul?
That's corny. That's super corny. But anyways,
I want her respect. So I get what you're saying, bro. Like, I'd rather be the guy.
Yeah, so that was like kind of the beginning of this topic they've had, right? They have commentary on anyone. They can do that. But you go on their platform and then you title a video saying that Fresh is capping, Fresh is lying. Lying about what? What is he saying that's wrong? If he has an experience that he's sharing with everyone, what does that have to do with you? Okay, you disagree or you think he's a liar. Why didn't you break that down even further when you were on the show? What's the point in raising it up months later? All right, let's see where this goes. You never know. So I've already watched it, of course, but then breaking out how, what led to this conversation.
Behind the scenes where she's, oh, baby, I love you, whatever. And then she's showing me, oh, look at all these thirsty guys in my DMs want to pay me for sex. Like, I'd rather be that guy behind the scenes and not the guy that's actually paying for it.
and you talk about the respect. Let me ask you something. All the girls you smashed.
Yeah.
If I talk to every one of them, you think they all respect you or are going to say good things about you?
Yes.
All of them?
All of them. Okay. Yeah, okay.
You know what's the best part? The live stream chat during that period, they were going crazy.
I know.
Yeah, they were just going, Cap, that's a lie. I'm sorry, okay? I don't care who it is. I don't care what. If you're out there and you've been with enough people, eventually you're going to have people who are talking shit about you behind your back. Oh, his dick was... Even if it's not true, it doesn't matter. You think all your exes are saying wonderful things about you? You think everybody you went on a date with is saying wonderful things about you?
No.
Bruh, you guys run a podcast where you're talking about ladies all the time. Controversial opinions. There's no way the women that you've been with, all of them have positive opinions about you.
Impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And this whole idea that having game makes you a better man.
Yeah. What's the point in addressing that? I think it's kind of weird how they're micromanaging what is being said. Fresh and Free already responded to that claim. I mean, for example, you can date big people in your past. They might not like you anymore, and depending on, they're your ex for a reason, but do they respect you? Do they know that, okay, even though I don't like this guy anymore in a romantic sense, I can respect him when I come across him, like, hey, we get on. I mean, for example, I'm not in that position. Every person I've dated respect me enough to know who I am because of how I carry myself. It's not a big deal. And I think they kind of brushed over it in a way, but it's almost in a mockery way. It's not as if they're disagreeing with how he thinks, but more like mocking him. It's kind of weird. Like, you can have those views, but you're on their platform. So you've already decided that you dislike them, but you chose to enter their platform. There's a lot going on with this beef that I don't like. That some of my friends have kind of sided with Abba and Preach on this, but I feel like you're not really listening to the context of the scenario. Is that this is just another video of critiquing, but it's not. It's more than that. It's like the integrity of it all. I cannot collab with another content creator I dislike or disrespect, because this is a form of disrespect to an extent. You can critique on the platform. You have a lot to say, but you kept quiet. You're making faces. You're on their platform, disagree. There have been a few people, few guests who've been on the show and who have disagreed with them, and they were open to discuss it. So I'm really convinced that maybe they didn't want to address these issues because they knew that there will be a rebuttal or a comeback to that, and they would have specified it even more. So to an extent, they didn't even want another debate. This is a form of clout. They know it because there's been for the last 5-6 months. There have been a few scandals based on Fresh and Fit, like all these sort of conversations, all these Frank Castle, people being kicked off the show, making videos after the fact. So maybe they don't want to associate with them anymore, and this is the way of kind of protecting them. Oh, we just collab with them one time, but we disagree with them a lot. Let me carry on.
That's also not true. In some instances, it does great things for you, helps you develop confidence and some good things, fantastic, but it also turns a lot of people into shitty people. It does. That's why there's a lot of shitty ass pickup artists who are terrible human beings. This whole idea of living your best life, no, listen, gluttony, whether it's money or sex, it's not a good thing for a person.
Here's something about me right now. I'm a little bit different because
what does this have to
when
do
I meet a
with
chick, right?
What he said?
She would never know that I'm RP aware because I move so chill and so cool that like when she leaves my presence, she's like, yo, damn, where this nigga at? Because real talk, I'll fuck a bitch, take her to eat some dinner. Her belly's full, she's feeling good. Yo, babe, text me when you get home. She's like, damn, that was an amazing time.
Did you pay for
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that Preach does not really like that interaction. Maybe, okay, you could disagree with someone. That's fine. But why are you on the show anyway? And if you have a viewpoint that's different from them, voice it. Not saying anything is kind of shady, and now you have the time to, now you have all the energy to speak on things now. Okay. That's what I don't like about fake people. Like they come around you, they enter your home, and then imagine later on talk trash about you. You welcome them, you accommodate them, and they talk trash about you. If you disagree then and there. If you want to start another debate on Zoom, they're in Canada, Fresh and Fit in Miami. Of course, you can't always collab, but let them know. Like, let's engage in that conversation and move on. But story goes.
It's not true. It doesn't matter. You think all your exes are saying wonderful things about you? You think everybody you went on a date with is saying wonderful things about you?
No.
Bruh.
That's not the point you made.
Where you're talking about ladies all the time. Controversial opinions. There's no way the women that you've been with, all of them have positive opinions about you.
Impossible.
It's impossible. It's impossible. And this whole idea that having game makes you a better man.
See how weird it is? Like, you're focused on that one comment that had nothing to do with male improvement or game. It was more like that's his experience. He's sharing it. He's not teaching people to be like him. Those two are completely different. They approach things differently. They just speak on things, and they're popular for a reason. It's not because they're lying to people. It's like, moving on.
That's also not true. In some instances, it does great things for you, helps you develop confidence and some good things, fantastic, but it also turns a lot of people into shitty people. It does. That's why there's a lot of shitty ass pickup artists who are terrible human beings. This whole idea of living your best life, no, listen, gluttony, whether it's money or sex, it's not a good thing.
That's true, but it's almost as if they think that they're pointing out that Fresh and Fit are trashy human beings who can call themselves pickup artists. I don't think that's what they do. But if you disagree with them so much, you should have voiced it.
For a person.
Here's something about me right now. I'm a little bit different because when I meet a chick, right, she would never know that I'm RP aware because I move so chill and so cool that like when she leaves my presence, she's like, yo, damn, where this nigga at? Because real talk, I'll fuck a bitch, take her to eat some dinner. Her belly's full, she's feeling good. Yo, babe, text me when you get home. She's like, damn, that was an amazing time.
Did you pay for the dinner?
Beta!
That did not make sense. I think what comes down to it is like, if people rewatch this video and realize that they're just breaking down things in a way to just insult the guy, not based on his concepts. Like, all he said was he likes to be in such situation where a woman leaves and remembers him. You know, he does his bit to come off as a genuine guy in any way, sense, or form, in comparison to paying for sex. Why does that bother you? Paying for dinner, of course, that's a joke. Why does that bother you? Why are you triggered by it? And you can see how preachers like making faces. It's like, it's weird. Okay, preach, you're a married man. Okay. And that's why I notice a lot about young married men, like in their early 30s. They look down on men who aren't ready to settle down. Like, who are you? You could have been that person if you didn't find the person you're with right now. But I just find it very off. You know, I've followed both channels, but followed Abba and Preach the longest. And the last few videos they've been making, it's just been sort of snobbery and looking down on other people with just a varying amount of opinions. It started from poking fun at people with outlandish opinions or views, but now they just poke fun at anyone, just for the sake of it. You know, it's kind of doesn't make sense, but clearly there is a shift in narratives here.
And you know, the killer thing is, like, whether they're paying with money or you're paying with your time, everyone's paying for sex.
Yeah.
Everyone pays for it. You pay with your time and attention. That 2-3 hours that you put.
It's weird because Fresh and Fit do that all the time. They say that all the time. This is not a rebuttal. This is
that
weird.
date, most people put about 5 hours minimum, especially if you're sleeping together.
Minimum, yeah.
Right? That's time you could have put into work, putting out 1 or 2 podcasts. You're paying. Everyone pays. We all pay.
But see, that experience with me was priceless. So she took the moment, bro. Preach.
Nigga, you're gonna tell me in my face. You're gonna tell me in my face that you just felt I don't want her pussy, I want her soul broadcasted on internet, and you gonna tell me that all these girls gonna have respect for it?
You know, some of them watch this. You left, nigga. You left
Because he.
No, c'est n'importe quoi. Listen, there's a lot of reasons.
What else you want me to do?
No.
The motherfucker was saying nonsense. No, because me, I'm special. I move so smooth. Yo, believe what you're saying. But
go talk to all these ladies. Some of them will not return your messages. Some of them will not want to talk to you.
some of them blocked you.
But so we came up with a couple of reasons. Some of the bigger ones was the girl's not going to respect you on the same level. You're not going to get that genuine desire bedroom fun. You're going to get that transactional fun, which for some guys, that's good enough. Number 2, she ain't going to respect you.
Nigga, people go on your show and disrespect you for free. And you kick them out. Isn't that true?
That's true.
So it's like...
See how people make a claim that the video was just to critique prostitution. But if you break it down, you notice that they're just insulting their whole platform. Completely. It's like, you can do that, but why are you going on their show? If you don't respect how they maneuver and make money out of this form of content, why are you on their show? Other than Clout, please explain. This is the snakiest move I've ever come across, and people need to really pay attention to this. When you bring people around you that move like this, they will find a way to sabotage. They'll find a way to discredit you behind your back, but they will play friend with you, basically leech on you based on what they can get. And that's what they did. They collab with them twice on 2 shows. Yeah, sure, they have more subscribers, but the revenue is higher on this new channel. And it's almost as an opportunity. You went from Canada to Miami just to meet them, but you dislike them on views you made recently. Like, make sense of it. It just doesn't make sense. Make it make sense. Like, why are you on the show if you dislike what they do? They did the exact same thing with Kevin Samuel's content. Critiqued, disliked how he approached, disliked his delivery. Yet they had an interview with him after the fact. I'm guessing their views have changed since they realized that once you really look into what content they provide, your critique was unnecessary. Just like this in a way, because everything they bring up in this video, if everyone watches it in the description below, it's kind of off-putting because if you're someone who's watched both channels, you know that the content that they're critiquing is not the whole story. It's like they're taking from what everyone else is gathering, but not realizing there was more to the story that actually defends Myron and Fresh for whatever reason. The scandals, the exposure, it's all cap, because when you really look into it from the source itself, there's nothing to really argue on. It's just that any time your content blows, you will have haters, and you will also have haters who create content. And that's what it takes for someone who creates content, good content, to convince the masses that, hey, these people are wrong. This is what I gathered, and leave out so much information. That's what propaganda is. From this beef alone, a lot of haters, will take from this. And a lot of people who maybe listen to them both would side with Abba and Preach because of how they formulated this discussion. People would say, oh, they're just critiquing prostitution. There wasn't a beef thing. When you listen through the entire show, they were dismantling their platform and disrespecting their platform. If you disagree with them, don't go on their show. So overall, this was the purpose of it at the end of the day. It was clout. I'll put on the next video. There's more to this. Please watch some more. But this is the point I wanted to make. The first 2 minutes of this video, just straight up bashing, insulting. And people saying, oh, they weren't insulting them at all, because you forgot exactly what they were talking about until they got to the end. But we'll see. Next video would be the response from Fresh and Fit, which I cropped from their stream yesterday, or whenever I streamed this. And basically just responding to that, it was like a roast session. But they were in every right to do so. It's, you kind of wasted our time. We accommodated you, but you actually disliked us. Why didn't you let us know that? Or why don't you debate us again? We would cover everything you've mentioned, because they brought up a lot.
Comments.
They brought up a lot of points that Myron and Fresh couldn't even defend. Like, you don't give them the opportunity to even defend their point, because you live in an echo chamber. What happens about commentary like this? If I didn't have other people I'm talking to, I can create an entire narrative. People listening can accept my views. But if no one is arguing the point and maybe giving us extra evidence to rebuttal me, then my truth is now what I provide. And that's not enough. So this is them saying, hey, you should have just spoken to us again. We could have chimed out and debated your points instead of just insulting us on your platform. But let's go. Let's listen in.
Apparently, Abba and Preach decided to make a video talking smack out of nowhere, out of left field.
And it's funny
about capping and paying for box. And I was like, didn't we talk about this several months ago? Like, why are you guys bringing this up like now? Like, what the hell?
We're trending, man.
Yeah.
We're popping right now.
But then I did, as always, men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? And then I thought to myself, why would they bring this up now? Chris, can you show Exhibit A real fast?
Oh, man.
Yeah, sure. Just give me a second.
Y'all knew this was coming, man.
Yeah, like,
had to be said.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, we're not even gonna. Here's the thing. I commented on the video below. I said, yo, this came out of left field, but you know what? Canadian border's open. You guys are welcome to come, and we could have this discussion in person instead of back and forth on the internet. I don't know why when we talked about this in person, like, none of this was said. And then now, what?
That's my point. That is clearly the exact point I made. If you are in complete disagreement with how we approach things, it's not disrespectful to bring that up and say, hey, I don't believe in that. Let's discuss that. Actually, let's break that down. Why I think you're lying. Let's break that down. Why we think prostitution is okay. All these little points being brought up. They gave you the platform to speak and you said nothing. You waited this long. It's a very snaky move, guys, because I've seen other guests who completely disagree with how they approach things, and then they have a very healthy discourse. That's why I respect about Fresh and Fit. If they have a guest, a content creator, and they completely disagree, as long as there's a respectful boundary that no one crosses the line of insulting anyone, then everything is peaceful. Like we can get on, we can actually have a healthy discourse. They've been on 8 different bigger platforms that in their millions and over, and they have gotten the same type of cordial, respectful argument. We say this, you say that, respectfully disagree. That's a very alpha or masculine thing to do. That's how you approach things. But as you can see, some of you can see actually, because if you see from the lens of understanding how healthy discourse goes, Abba and Preach have crossed 100 different rules. They've broken all forms of rules, and the only key point I'm making is that you went on their platform. If you never went on their platform and you completely disagree with them, then absolutely fine and normal to move on and carry on from that. Myron and Fresh, they've definitely dealt with people who are bigger platforms who completely dislike them, but they never clap back because it's like, yeah, that's cool. You don't respect us, that's cool. Like, we're here for a reason, and we're not trying to deliver the same type of content you do. But this right here was fake snake BS. Should not be accepted. You can't walk into someone's room, someone's house, they accommodate you, they make you feel comfortable, 2 shows, and then you leave. A few months later, you throw a stone at their window and expect them to just be chill about that. People need to listen to the first 4 minutes of their initial video and let me know if they were insulting or not, because people pretend as if that wasn't meant to disrespect another platform. If you disagree with their views, why are you going on their show? Made that point, but listen on.
3-4 months later, like, y'all want to bring this up, and it's like, I was like in my head, like, why? Like, and it's you funny. Guys got our numbers. You guys could have hit us up, said, hey, let's do this, whatever.
So is it here or
no? Pull up the
it closed down. Do you
the YouTube video? The YouTube video.
Sure.
The YouTube. Yeah, pull up the YouTube.
Yeah, it closed down. But first, Myron, you can open it quickly because it closed down.
Oh, this one.
Yeah,
give us a second, guys. So go to the other one. Go to their social link, Chris, if you don't mind. So, yeah, guys. So it's funny because I hit up Abba, right, for second show. He was like, "Yeah, man, I'll let you know. I'll come back definitely." And all of a sudden, oh, I got the the scandemic. I got the beer bug, and I'm like, "All right, bro, whatever." And then we kind of find out, man. A couple months later, they're doing this episode about us, and I'm like, you know what, bro? It's funny because if you want to talk that shit, there's a boxing match, bro. Come to Miami. We'll set it up. We'll box y'all niggas, man, because y'all talk a lot of shit, bro. And honestly, man, if y'all paying for box, that's sad, bro. That's really sad. Paying for box is sad, bro. It's really sad.
And to address Fresh, for example, I've spoken to a lot of people who have listened to them, and a lot of people dislike Fresh or just how he delivers things because, number one, he stutters. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but for the bravery it takes to start a platform and then get this far and have a problem with your communication because of your stutter, he's definitely improved. Like, there are a lot of celebrities or media people who have come out and said they've struggled with a stutter. It's quite unfortunate, but the fact that they broke through, and look at them now, you've heard far worse from people who are diagnosed with the condition, and he's able to break through it, and he's trying his best. So I guess it's harder for him to deliver, and what happens is it's harder to convince listeners that, you're living this life, you're living this chill life. But when you watch his vlogs and when you see him interact with people, you can tell that, yes, there's some type of warmness that he brings. And I've seen him hang out with millionaires. I've seen him hang out with very renowned authors that actually gravitate to him more than other people. So it's like, you can't make a claim that this guy is making up stuff, this guy is lying just because of how he presents himself now. It's quite unfair. And I've got a few people around me who think that way. It's like first impression is everything to them, that they could dislike someone or not. It's like, if I behave that way, if I moved around that way, it's easy for me to cut people off. I have a lot of friends who I might not have known or warmed up to them in the beginning, but I gave them a chance. And it's very unhealthy when you're that type of person who discredit people just based on how they present themselves initially. You don't know his life, so why make those claims? It's disingenuous, to be honest.
I'll come back definitely, and all of a sudden, oh, I got the You know, this pandemic. I got the bear bug.
I mean, zoom
Paper
forward.
box is sad, bro. It's really sad. So,
All right, so here it goes, guys. Sorry about that.
cool.
We do it live.
Do it live.
All right, so
Boom.
so let's see here. Let's see. These guys have almost 1 million more subs than us, guys. All right,
So we're the blue line.
we're the blue line.
Okay, so this is Myron basically going through their content and basically statistics on how well they're doing compared to Fresh and Fit. Why would they do this? Probably because he wants to figure out a reason why would they come out like this, left field, unknowingly punch holes at them. And then you realize when you start comparing by the statistics, Myron and Fresh have 430 subscribers. Abba and Preach have over 1 million. You would think they would have more revenue. Apparently not, because Fresh and Fit are making 3 times more than Abba and Preach. And so probably out of envy or just trying to understand why are people so attracted to that type of content instead of ours, there's definitely a huge difference in the format you create your content. It could be that, but then, or it could be they're just critiquing them. But if you can consistently insult them after the fact, you know, you've been on their platform and you show signs that you dislike them, you must be following something else, not their views, not aligning with their content. You are showing that you're just there for some type of visual representation. That would have been fine if you voiced your alternative view then and there, argue those points with them then and there, but they did not. That's where the huge disrespect comes from. And that's why I've tried to explain to some of my friends who side with Abba and Preach. That's why I side with Fresh and Fit, because they stood their ground in terms of, hey, we provided that platform. You came on, we wanted you to voice your views, and you did not. So there must be another reason why you came on our show.
They're the red. They have 1.38, which is 1,380,000 subscribers. Guys, we only have 430,000 subscribers.
Yep.
Okay, we have literally like less than 1/3 of their joint, right? And we got 20 million views, and they got 14.9 million views.
Ouch.
Very interesting for you guys to go ahead and make a video insulting us months after the fact. I wonder why. Oh, it's because we're hotter than you guys right now, and we have maybe 1/3 of the market share, but yet we get way more views than you guys. You know what I'm saying? Man, like, here's the thing. Like, people have been, talking smack, coming at us, whatever it is, but it's very interesting for them to, like, go ahead and make a video like this talking smack. Like, bro, we collabed with y'all. We opened our studio to you guys. Like, we could have had this discussion before. For you guys to make a video like that, like, if y'all want to critique us, that's cool. Like, I'm not about that, but it's like, why several months after when we literally had the discussion in person? You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense to me.
And it's funny because they're like, oh, this nigga said every girl, blah, 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 I take their soul. Bro, obviously, like, I'm not that serious. I take the soul, but it's like a reference. It's not like a serious.
Shaq Sung in the house.
It's just a joke.
Fatality.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it's just like, my thing is this, man. Like, real talk, like, I'm not even gonna. We could have had this discussion before.
Yeah.
And then it's very interesting when I look at the numbers, why they decided to say something. And then let's look at the social blades too. If we're gonna do this, let's do it all the way.
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie, bro. Like, y'all have way more followers than us, and we're smacking you guys right now.
So they got a B+, right?
They got a B+. Look at this is their social blade. This is like how you really know.
This is a fair point. I'm not completely sure.
These guys been on for 8 years on YouTube plus, right? Since 2012. Right? They got.
Sorry if you couldn't hear me. Yeah, I was just saying this was kind of a fair point. I'm not really sure if it's completely grounded, but there is no other reason why you go on the show from content creators you dislike and then expect them to kind of keep quiet about this type of insult. It's not a critique. They further insulted their platform, saying that women disrespect you when you go on the show, or you're hypocrites, you're liars. Like, that's not a critique. That's full on dislike for another platform. Admit to that.
10K in the past 30 days, right? 10K new subs. They're country ranked 309th in Canada, which is pretty good actually. So they're one of the top YouTubers in Canada. I give them credit for that. And then let's pull up our joint right now.
Cool.
We're gonna pull up ours. our Social Blade. Because here's the thing, bro. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. On Social Blade, this is where you see if people are on some BS, man.
Yep.
So look at us. 94,000 new subs in the past 30 days. More earnings. Better. Obviously, we're in the United States, so we're going to be low on the rank.
February 6th,
2020. And I didn't put the first video on this channel, guys, because remember, this started as a fitness channel until May.
Yep.
Okay? So we've been on for less than a year.
Again, they've been on for less than a year. Preach have been on since 2012. I've known them since 2015, 2014. Came across their content like everyone else would. And, you know, the progression is definitely different, very slower, just, you know, slower. And, you know, they're doing well for themselves in terms of creating content and critiquing and commentating. Great. But Fresh and Fit have skyrocketed because they're bringing something very, very different to other content creators. And it's something to sort of bring accolade to, at least bring up some type of benefit or advantages to hearing these things. They've already made some videos critiquing the other female guests, but you can tell they hate the hosts too. So it's like, why didn't you let them know it beforehand? You know, it's very weird, very, very weird.
Right. Well, as far as like posting content, because remember, we didn't post our first video until May. And wait, pull it back up, Chris.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
And we're roasting these dudes.
Man,
so like,
it's just funny, man.
Like,
yeah, so they're trying to find reasons. Well, what other reason would there have been for you to come out like this and further like kind of discredit who we are? Bring that up on the show. Bring it up in advance. Let them know. They will sit down, and I've seen them discuss things with people that completely disagree with them, other content creators, right? And as long as everyone's respectful, they will come to an understanding of both sides and continue, you know, to disagree, agree to disagree. It's a very healthy approach. I've always been down for that. I don't want someone to always agree with me on everything. So it's like, if I hear your point and you dislike me because you think my views are, you know, beneath you, then that's a form of disrespect. I've come across people like that. If they can't debate you and they think that your points are wrong, they go around snobbering you, basically. It's like, that's not how a conversation goes. Respectfully disagree. I was going to show the next response to them, basically. And essentially, there's they don't hold back.
It seems like the guys from Fresh and Fit are really upset.
we are better than you niggas. Period.
See this way, this right here is like, oh, shaming you. Oh, what? We threw a stone at your window? Why are you so angry? We called you a hypocrite. We called you a liar. And you're angry because you accommodate us, but we disliked you. You're you're angry with us because we're snakes. Oh, that's not so alpha. You can't control your emotions. I hate people like that. People who feel like just because you're expressive over disrespect, that there's something wrong with you. No. Just because someone isn't cool and chill when you disrespect them doesn't mean they're unstable. They're dealing with you in the way they can. Some people are hot-headed. I'm kind of like Myron in a sense, right? I would want to control how I deliver, but if someone disrespects me, I'll let them know then and there, you know? But we'll see.
People want to know our thoughts. I'm going to keep it really brief, all right? I don't have much thoughts on their platform. Are they doing some good things for some people? I'm sure. I have no doubt. I'm not even denigrating that. We just came at them for their ideas with regards to paying for box.
That's a lie. That's a lie, because the first video I posted, the first 4 minutes, they were disrespecting their platform in general. They didn't mention anything to put sex work. It came after the fact because this is their way. They knew that this would lead to some type of sort of backlash or clapback from Fresh and Fit. And so this is them saying, oh no, we were just critiquing your views on sex work. First of all, why didn't you bring that up on the show? And then now you're like, why are you angry at us? Like, this is what he does. And the way he edits whoever edits behind the scenes knows exactly what they're doing, and it's clear. And a lot of people are very convinced by that. You know, see the comments, they're attacking Fresh and Fit. A lot of people who already dislike them in the first place are doing it and are trumping it up. So overall, that's what we see. And because I know them both sides, both platforms very well, listen to their content, I can see the flaw in this argument that Abba is making. So,
and all this stuff. Thought it was full of shit.
I'm like, yo, relax, niggas, don't pay for box.
Even more, what I find really distasteful is you come to find out that Myron Gaines himself, right, the so-called pickup artist, the master, has his own Seeking Arrangements account, his own profile, all right? This is on the web. You can find it. This man's out here talking about don't pay for box, don't pay for box. He's on a website for sugar daddies and sugar babies. Okay.
That's why I said I've watched both their content thoroughly. And what's funny is that Myron has actually addressed this already. Being a hypocrite is hiding something that you claim, you don't do. And he's already brought this up. Like, he places himself on this website called Seeking Arrangements, or seeking.com. Essentially, people who are successful and people who are attractive go on there. And in general is garnered towards older men who have a lot of money, so sugar daddies, who want to date young, beautiful women. And also it is also a network for sugar mummies, so older women who want to be with successful men who are maybe more young or youthful. Myron plays that role, essentially. Fresh has also admitted to that. They've actually shown vlogs of them with older women who they go on dates with. They do this on a regular basis. Sometimes they have more extravagant dates. Oh, we'll go to this nice restaurant. Who wants to come with us? It's like that's what they do. That's what they've been showing throughout, like on their platform, on their vlogs. This is not new to people who've actually watched Fresh and Fit. So already they've created this narrative, maybe knowingly. There's definitely underlying intentions from the get-go. When they collab with them, there was already a plot. They disliked them in general.
Alright, you want to be a giant hypocrite? Do your thing, okay? Then you come to find out this man's talking about, listen, we want burning desire from ladies. Ain't that what they say? Right? You want to get their best, so you got to earn it. Come to find out, this man's telling girls in the DMs that if they want to come on the platform, they have to fuck. And if they don't, he gets upset about it and he gets all pissy. Oh, you fucked all my other boys. You won't fuck me, then you can't get on the platform. So wait, you want to bang a girl who just wants to come on the platform for clout? And you think that's...
Again, they have addressed this on their platform. They have shown things. And that's what's funny about this, is that this was premeditated. This wasn't like, oh, we found this. It was weird. All these scandals. They're working with other people who have exposed Fresh and Fit. What's funny is that, for example, was actually a cropped conversation. I was on Instagram when that happened, and the stories were running. And basically, people who listen to these two would know that things have happened that have been sort of orchestrated as a scandal, but then when you look into it, it's like, oh, this is a very basic situation where if you're dealing with this many women every single day, there's at least 5 to 10% of them who are problematic, who would cause havoc. It happens almost every week on their show, and for some reason they're able to handle this. They have lawyers, they have all this sort of NDAs and forms the waivers to fill out, so people don't try and do that for clout. And that's exactly what they're presenting. Again, another form of clout chasing. Search Fresh and Fit exposed about 20 videos a week, because this is how people make money, trying to expose content creators. And to be honest, if it comes out as true, I am the type of person to leave that type of platform. I won't listen to them, but I do my research. I figure things out as soon as possible, so I don't garner the wrong idea of a content that's very, very successful right now, because it's refreshing, it's new. But do not run into scandal exposed videos, because there's so many of them too. These two have a lot of exposed videos. Oh, this guy is a fake, this guy is a, if you just follow just based on that, then you're a flimsy type of individual. You need to do your own research before you take on certain views.
Burning desire? And again, guys, I don't even care that he goes about that way to bang girls. Do whatever you want. You earned your platform. Go ahead.
But he doesn't.
Me, it's the hypocrisy of these ideas. You preach to these men that they have to always seek this thing, that this is the way to live, that this is the best way, but you don't even walk the talk. That's what I find distasteful. It's like...
It's funny. People have selective hearing. They didn't say you should only do this. If you want to practice sex work, if you want to pay for OnlyFans, do that. But that's weird. They say basically you can do these things, but we say this is not the best way to do things. You can do these things instead. Work on yourself. Build your muscles. Don't be an obese fat person, because you can easily get girls if you pay for sex and not work on yourself. You can be successful but not physically fit and then pay for sex easily. But you don't have to live life like that, and that's what they provide. You don't have to listen to this platform if you don't want to pursue that type of lifestyle where you have to work harder for the attraction you want. These guys are critiquing for no reason. Like, it's an option. It's not mandatory to behave this way.
Derek Jackson talking about be faithful to your wife, don't pay for box. Come to find out this man's cheating on everyone. How are you any different? Can you tell me? Now everyone's gonna get up. Whoa, we're attacking people in the manosphere. I don't care about the manosphere. I don't care about none of this. Move with integrity in life.
You don't care about the manosphere. No one should really care about the manosphere, but you seem to be in all these platforms that are associated with the manosphere. So it looks like clout chasing to me. If you just like platforms like this, do not go on their shows. They're ready to come for Kevin, trust me.
That's it. I'm not here about some scene. Oh, you can't go on this podcast. I don't care. At the end of the day, the truth remains.
And preacher stands there just making faces. He doesn't really have much to say. I mean, people can think and act any way they want, but when you start critiquing and hating on them for things you can't even back up because you just got it from an exposed video, like there's like 6 to 7 different videos exposing ABBA, but how is it meant to be addressed then? Funny.
Faking press releases. We didn't talk about you paying for box. We didn't talk about none of that shit. You guys are getting so hyper emotional about this thing. It's funny to me. For so-called alpha males, you guys don't seem to have any control over your temper.
Our channel's better than yours. Facts. We get more views than you. We've been on less than you. We work harder than y'all niggas. We cut our hair more than you niggas. Like, yo, if y'all want to
we get more girls than y'all niggas.
We get more girls than y'all niggas. Free. Like, if y'all really want to do this nigga preaches.
Yeah, what's funny is that some people have spoken to saying, "Oh yeah, Myron looks angry and he can't control his temper." Look at him. Is he angry? Like, he's not really angry. Like, listen to him.
Pride to a fucking beluga whale somewhere, and y'all niggas talking.
This is a roast session. They call it a roast session. They wear a roast chef hat for a reason. It's all fun and games. He's not angry. No one's angry. Some people can look angry, but you can tell within the first 2 minutes they're just messing around. It sounds like intimidation to me. It sounds like you are intimidated by a certain presentation. That's your problem. People are intimidated by Kevin Samuels by the way how he delivers his message because it might offend someone. What type of PC BS is this, man? Every single day. Oh, man, this isn't good. This doesn't look good.
Shit. And how old these niggas are? 40 years old? Yo, old ass niggas too, bro. Like, yo, bro.
See? They're messing around.
Wait, the hand symbol?
Yo, I was not gonna fucking do this.
International.
But y'all got me hyped now.
They're having fun. Who's angry? They're having fun. Who's angry? Honestly.
Yo, I know you guys are not talking, bro. My man Abba looks like he got off a camel, hasn't cut his hair in years. Dusty as fuck.
Yo.
It's a roast session.
And this is Sudani roasting on you right now, bro. You Somalian? Yo.
I was like, yo, what anime you came from, bro? Now, nigga looking bummy as hell, bro. And mind you, right? I ain't looking on a nigga, because obviously I'm saying that's his style. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
We're better than you niggas. We make more money than you niggas. We got a better fucking channel than y'all niggas. We get more views than y'all niggas. The only thing you guys got on us is you guys been on longer. But I guarantee you, next year, this time, we're gonna lap you motherfuckers. Because you know what? Nobody works harder than us.
Nope.
Period.
We make more money.
And that's the worst part is that I love to see a black man get paid. Get your money. Get your money. If your views are stupid, your views are stupid. But if you're getting paid,
your views are stupid. Basically you don't like them. But why are you on their show? Why? Critique them off their show. You can do that. You should have been doing that. And I would have actually been like, yeah, they have their own views. I would have agreed to disagree. You don't like them. You don't have to be on their show. Why are you on?
get your money.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm here for.
There's not a single person that could ever say that we've ever feigned jealousy or gotten mad about other people succeeding. We move at our own pace. Yeah, we've been on the platform longer than you. Congratulations. To me, it's not even that deep. You guys are doing well for yourselves. Good for you.
It's crazy.
I ain't never been mad at a nigga making money. This is about the ideas. So all this talk about clout and all this, you guys have lived in Miami so long and you've been faking your lifestyles for so long that you think everybody is chasing clout, that everybody wants to be with an Instagram baddie.
See the perception, faking their experience. Like Miami is different from Toronto. I mean, I'm not even in America. I know that. You can see that. You were there. They're successful. They're making a lot of money. They can play on that lifestyle. And we visibly see it. You can visibly see it. They show it. What's there to fake? Hilarious.
Whole platform is based around clout chasers. So that's why your mind is warped. Miami's fucked up. That's why the girls you bring on, everyone's like, yo, who are these dumb broads that you bring on? Right? Because they're all clout chasers. So you guys...
It's not just in Miami, though. These are how a lot of women think. And you know that. So this guy, they're very unhinged right now, and I can see that there's more to just critiquing another platform. They are doing this. They prepared for this, to be honest. You can tell it's been riling up since they've visited them in Miami. Why are you going on their show? I'll keep on making that
all
point.
Warped and shit. It's not like that everywhere around the world. Not everyone is about clout. If we were about clout, do you think we'd be covering things like this pandemic and all these other issues that fucking derank our YouTube channel? It's not about clout. At the end of the day, it's always about integrity. That's it. For us, it's about integrity. Whether we win or we lose money.
Y'all dumbass niggas with the same tired background, same fucking million plaque. We got $200,000 plaques now. And we're going to get 1 million plaque. And we're going to get the other channel another million as well. And Fresh's channel going to hit 100,000.
Facts.
We are better than you niggas. Period. Fuck out of here, man.
And we don't pay for bucks.
These are the kind of...
And we don't pay for bucks. You just have to put it. The hot-headed one says his piece in flames, and then the other one's like, and we don't pay for bucks. I mean, that point alone is poison, because you can see they will not rebuttal the idea that, hey, look, we don't advocate for sex work and we don't do it ourselves. Period. Like, what's the point? What are you arguing about? You can do you. Why is it such a problem to you? Abba and preach. Like, if you want to advocate for that, go ahead. But if another point of view on a different platform is saying we don't advocate for that, why does it bother you? I mean, disagree with it. Yeah, sure. Critique it if you want. But then instead, now you've completely disrespected the whole platform. You said all these things and but just saying prostitution is okay. Like, don't do that. And your listeners don't even care at this point. You just know how to create a narrative, an echo chamber, and the content is golden. You know, 1 million subscribers can do that to someone's head. If someone sees 1 million subscribers, then whatever you say must mean something. But I see past that nonsense. I can see hypocrisy where I see it. You just make up hypocrisy where you want it.
You know what it's like? I love it that these guys call themselves alpha and all this other stuff. It makes me laugh.
No one said that. I never heard that. When I heard, I was just like, what? They've never claimed to anything. They let their actions speak. You know, actions speak louder than words for a reason. If things are successful for them, let them continue that way. They don't have to say anything. Alpha man this, rich man this. They don't. People who listen know that. They just give you statistics. They don't base it on themselves. That's what's funny. They would bring up their flaws on the table. This is how I used to be. Fresh married a single mom. Myron didn't, have any gains or didn't know what he was doing. He had to learn. Everyone laid out their issues in the past and what they've done to improve. What does that have to do with you?
Because they got such bitch energy, is crazy.
Yeah.
It's like when you're talking to a girl about a topic. You talk.
If someone calls you the B word, like bitch energy, why wouldn't anyone be angry about that? People will listen to Ab and Preach like I did. You would listen and you would understand that, okay, they're making very good point. They're delivering it very well. But when they insult someone just like that, you forget that easily because to you, they sound very mature, very sincere. But there's a lot of foulness that comes out of this approach. And it only comes down to how they behaved. You can speak like this, but why the hell are you on their platform? Why? I'll finish this in 3 minutes. And then we'll carry this on with my co-hosts at the end of this week. They will have different views, of course. And also our guest star, Caleb. And then we'll see where we can go from there. But overall, I want people to understand that for people who have listened to both platforms, both pair of guys, very thoroughly would know that there's something very off about how Abba and Preach have dealt with this. They threw the first stone, but for some reason, people are ignoring that. Oh no, it wasn't really a stone throwing situation. They were just critiquing the idea. No, they did more than that within the first 5 minutes of the video. Let's not pretend. They knew exactly what they were doing, and it's not fair on Fresh and Fit to say that they overreacted. No, this is a roast session. Let them do a roast session, and now there's going to be a boxing match. Yeah, pow, 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 pow. Let's see where that goes. I mean, it's another form of clout chasing. Again, Fresh said he wants to put down 500k. They're saying, oh, that's them pulling off. No, that proves that if he can do that, peace. Because they've already showed their revenue, and you guys are slacking. They can do it. They can put money down. You put money down. Oh, wait. You don't have 500k to spend like that. That's the truth. These guys don't really produce or go further than their production. They make content like this, commentating. It can only go as far. Because to be consistent, you have to make different types of content. And that's what those two are doing on a constant basis. That's what Fresh and Fit are doing on a constant basis. Keep up, catch up, or what? Slag them off. Exactly what you're doing now. Well done. Well done. We'll see where that goes.
Talking to your girl about a topic and you guys having a discussion and she's losing the argument, all of a sudden she starts bringing up, your dick is small. What does that have to do with economics? It's like, they do the same thing. I find it so funny that these guys think they're alpha and 1% men and all this other stuff, right? They lack integrity. They get upset at the most random stuff.
I think they're alpha. I think they're the 1%. I mean, if you're making at least a 200-300k a year, they're making over $1 million. They're there. They don't have to boast about it. And you guys should have been doing the same too. So why are you playing this sort of fiddle game? It doesn't make sense to me.
When I was on the podcast and they kicked out that girl, one of the girls beside me was like, yo, you're being emotional. He's like, no, I'm not being emotional. I was like, bro, why are you screaming like this? No wonder these girls come on your podcast and don't respect you. You don't command respect. You just yell and get them kicked out. You think that's alpha behavior?
I'm not going to make a comment on that because it's very clear what respect means, right? I mean, I don't understand how people can listen to this and agree with how they approach things here. If you listen to both platforms, you would know. I'm telling you now, speak to people who've listened to both platforms and you would know there's a major difference in how things are being dealt with right now. And Ab and Preach have chosen the wrong way on purpose because it is clout. Myron was right. This is more than anything to do with their views. They could have dealt with it together, but they chose not to because this is clout chasing, unfortunately. One more video.
All the stripper bills.
This is Dior.
Here, dude, just use mine.
Got it.
Oh, you got it? Okay. We got a big $500 super chat from our boy, Mr. Black Lemur, 2009, $500. Get us a 5,000 likes. Yo, or 6,000 likes. I'm blind. Guys, like the video. And saying something about we were capping or whatever, because we had a whole discussion on, we're not for paying for sex guys with girls. And Abba and Preach were talking about, oh, you guys are capping, blah, blah, blah. It's not that big a deal, whatever. Listen, bro.
Don't do it.
If you want to pay for sex guys, go ahead and do it. It is what it is. But here's a couple of facts that's going to happen. If you pay for sex, the girl's not going to respect you. You're never going to get her best, and you don't get burning genuine desire. She ain't going to suck your dick with the same ferocity when you're paying for box, all right? And that's the best way that I can put it. If you truly want a girl to admire and respect you, you ain't paying for box, all right, guys? So I'm totally cool with having this discussion, but they decided to go and make a video, which was basically like a hit piece talking smack. Fresh, what's your take on this?
It's funny because I was cool with Abba, man. Like, we spoke all the time. He said he had the beer bucks. I was like, yo, bro, like, don't worry about it. If you need anything here, man.
Oh, yeah, we already addressed this. I thought we didn't, but yeah. So overall, we're definitely following this beef series. There are going to be a few other videos, obviously, and within this week, apparently, Preach will be heading off to Miami. It's almost as if it was planned. I'm telling you, it was planned, but on Fresh and Phil's side, they did not know about this, because this is actually going to affect their sort of image if we brought in people who dislike us and they're a bigger platform. Like, they would not have seen this coming. They would have been prepared for this, but definitely Abba and Preach prepared for this. It seems as if they did. We'll speak on it a lot more on the regular episode of Not Your Average Joe's podcast. Please, thank you for listening. And so if you could like this video, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know your views. I need to really understand how people think about this, but I know majority of people are siding with Abba and Preach. That's why I titled this why I sided with Fresh and Fit. If you want to dislike too, but please leave your point of view and let me see what everyone else thinks. If you are a listener or follower of these two platforms, it would make sense, for us to hear your point of view, like, clearly. If you thoroughly have followed those platforms, you would understand where I'm coming from. It's like everything they critiqued, like Myron and Fresh had already addressed over and over again. You bringing it up on your platform where it's bigger, where majority of people don't know Fresh and Fit or even follow them, it's easy for you to create that narrative that they're wrong. So easier said than done, man. Definitely going to follow this on. It's going to carry on for the rest of the week. It's not a good look. It's not a good look for both sides. It's unfortunate. But we'll see how that goes. Thank you for listening. This is The Duke on Not Your Average Joe, baby. Peace out.